Hi everyone. I just wanted to share an experience of team teaching that I have had in the classroom. And it is a really great experience that I've had. And I realised that sometimes team teaching does not work that well. You really have to work with the person really well and communicate really effectively. So my experience of team teaching was probably about 5 years ago, and I have to admit that I would teach with this teacher again in a heartbeat. We worked so well together. Her name was Amanda. She's also one of the has been an ELA for Swinburne Online before, and we've become really good friends. Our kids are growing up together, and yeah, it's great. So I've written a little poster for myself to help me remember. Um, so in this respect of team teaching, we had two classrooms that were side by side. So we were able to open up these bifold doors to make it basically like one big classroom. The doors weren't always open. The physical space was set up so that kids could move around. It was actually a grade 1 classroom at the time. And it really enabled students to work together, to work in small groups and work really focusing on their different abilities. So instead of having one teacher, they had two. We were able to do lesson introductions for students who were really struggling with reading or writing or maths or whatever it is. And at the same time, we were really able to, really extend those students who needed that little bit more of a challenge or needed to go to the next step where a lot of the other students might not be at. So that was something that was really great. It was really great as well because it meant that the benefit for students was that they could seek support from two teachers and not just one. There was a lot more one-to-one learning, so we could also sort of go, okay, I want you to sort of look after this section of the class while I just work particularly with this one particular child. And we both had different strengths and we both had different weaknesses. Like, you were never going to be the greatest teacher ever, and you were always learning. So for me and Amanda, we would quite often go, can you just work alongside this child? They need a little bit of help with their comprehension skills in this particular area, or they need a little bit of help with sounding out their letters and sounds. And we were able to go, well, you're really good at delivering that. Can you work alongside this student while I look after the rest of the class? So that was a really great aspect as well. I think as well that the teachers are more aware. As teachers, we were more aware of the students' needs because we were able to actually pick up on things that the other one might not have. So you can sort of go, well, hey, did you notice that this student is not able to do ABC, or is struggling with sounding out, having trouble between particular letter sounds. And things that you might not pick up on, or even just emotional experiences of the children and things that were happening within their friendship groups. We were really able to pick up on that and work together to solve that, and that was just really great. We worked really well together, so we did all of our planning together. We'd often have an idea, sit down, go away, think about different ways that we could deliver lessons and help students to research and consolidate and think critically about things. And then we would come back together with our ideas and really strengthen the one idea that we had separately and morph it into a new idea together. So that was really good. I guess we saw each other as equal. And there were days, there's days like in any job that you come in and you're just like, oh, I'm just not feeling right, or I've it's a tough day at work, and we were really able to support each other in that. I remember at the time there was this child, and he had such a rough home life, and he was such an angry little boy. And he wasn't actually in my class. He was in Amanda's class, and I just remember those times when he used to come in and he used to kick and he used to scream and he'd hurt other kids, and like your heart breaks for those children. And if you're doing something you're passionate about, you care about those kids. And so there's times when you just might just feel defeated, and you might just feel like you don't know what to do. And I remember there was a time when Amanda just cried. She just didn't know what to do anymore. And I was able to say, you know what? Go take 15 minutes, go get a coffee. I've got all the kids. We can do this. And we're able to give each other that space, or, really support each other with the challenges that we had with our children. Something else I really love about team teaching was watching others work, which is an acronym for WOW, watching others work. By watching Amanda, I was really able to develop my own teaching skills. So, she had different ways of doing lesson introductions and different ideas, and vice versa. And it was so funny. Like, we'd do lessons together, but then we'd also do them separately. And at the same time, we might, like I said earlier, she might work with the lower group, and I'll work with a higher group, or vice versa. But the great thing about it was that at times you would just hear this echo, and you're like, hang on a second, I said that like an hour ago. And because she's been listening to what I've been saying, and I've been listening to what she's been saying. So a lot of the time, we were really able to learn off each other and really strengthen areas that we personally needed to work on. There's always things that I need to work on. And you gain different ideas. It gives different ideas on how to look after children, how to take students from A to B, how to challenge students, how to extend students in their learning journey. What else was there? So the physical environment, it was flexible. And I think that's something really great about team teaching together, that it was just really flexible. So we'd have small groups, we'd have whole class sessions. We'd do a lot of social welfare things, social welfare sort of lessons with these kids. And there was a lot of kids who were going through some really rough stuff at the time, but we were really able to help children to understand, well, how do I work through some of these things? Like, and to some extent, we role played with each other. So it was like, such and such is, I'm really hurt. Like, I've fallen over, and I'd come in from the classroom and I'd be like, I've fallen over from, the playground. I'm really hurt and nobody helped me, and I'm really sad. And, together we sort of talk through it and role play it and really get into these characters. And kids loved it. Like, they loved us pretending with each other and nutting things out. And also they loved to see how we worked together, and how we established our friendship and our roles as professionals, and how we supported and challenged and extended each other. So that was something really great about team teaching. So this went on for the entire year. Which was so great. It was just a year where I grew professionally. And I'd love to introduce you to Amanda. If I see her this week, I'll try and do a quick video so you can see who I'm talking about. But my own experience of team teaching has been such a positive one, and I've really come away from it going, would teach again with Amanda in a heartbeat, because I know that we are both such better teachers being together than we are even on our own. And I think if you get the right person to work alongside, who can, and it's not just a, I'm better than you and you're learning from me, but it's really an experience of going, we want to grow these children together. We want to support and establish this group of children, and extend and challenge them together. Then you're really on the right page, and it's really, really exciting. I know that not everyone's experiences of team teaching are like mine. I think that nowadays, especially in my current school, there is a lot of us who are there part-time. And, I might work 2 days a week, and then like another mum might work 3 days a week. So, kids are getting, two teachers throughout the entire week. And with that comes the difficulty of communication, and time limitations and things like that. So there is pros and cons to working collaboratively, but there's definitely skills that you have to have. You have to be able to communicate. You have to be able to articulate your ideas. You have to, meet a time frame. You have to be able to understand the curriculum, understand where you want to go with the curriculum and how you're going to get the kids there together. So that's my experience. I hope that it's helped you in some way. And looking forward to hearing what you have to say. Bye.